The lack of affordable housing is an ongoing issue in northern Michigan. There are misconceptions about what exactly that means. 9 on 10's Megan Vaselli and photojournalist Katie Emery are digging into the housing crisis and showing us how communities are working to address it in this special report, A Place to Call Home.
The housing crisis is really for all income levels.
People often struggle to find housing in northern Michigan. Whether you're a teacher, a police officer, or a radiology technician, there are barriers that make affordable housing less attainable. But what exactly is affordable housing?
People in the industry that are working on it, they've changed the name of what we call it so many times because there's a negative connotation that gets built up about different things that you call it. But what we're talking about here is just housing generally.
And Charlevoix Mayor Luther Kurtz says it really does matter for many reasons.
Right, it makes the community. It's also better for the environment, obviously, to have people living by where they work. It's better for those families. It's better for the businesses that are trying to hire people. You know, some of the businesses in town here, they've been recruiting employees, and then the employee comes to try to find housing, they can't find it, they don't take the job, they go back downstate.
According to Housing North, a 10-county region in Northwest Michigan is in need of more than 10,000 rental units. But this property in Manistee County will put a dent in that number.
You know, I was just thinking back to 2018, talking to a lot of our employers on the need for affordable housing and to retain and attract their talent, and advocating for them to get this project moving at City Council. So about 2 years, here we are. So it's exciting.
Hollander Development Corporation partnered with the City of Manistee and Little River Holdings to build an apartment complex. Community members likely know it as the Old Washington School property, but one day it will be home to 45 1 to 3 bedroom units.
So it shows again that Manistee County is poised for growth, and we want to address the lack of housing, and be able to provide for our citizens.
Challenges vary from one northern Michigan community to the next, as do the solutions. At the local level, it could be as simple as a zoning ordinance.
One of many first steps to take is to revise the zoning, allow for a few more housing options, and then go from there.
On a larger scale, pushing for legislation at the state level.
We do a lot of advocacy work with our legislators and looking at, maybe different tax credits or like a toolkit for northern Michigan as a whole.
That's historically been a challenge for rural areas, is making sure that the legislation, which is often drafted to meet the needs of urban populations. Our goal is to really help them understand some of the specific to rural area needs that we have.
Whether it's new apartments in Manistee County or more options in Charlevoix County, Schnell says it's time to shift our perspective.
We need to look at things differently and we need to separate ourselves from that myth that affordable housing are 1,000 unit giant towers of housing, because it's not that. In a rural area and in most areas, affordable housing means creating more housing choices, so people have more to choose from. They can move to an appropriate housing unit, and we need to rethink the rules that are in place right now that restrict that from happening.
For 9 on 10 News, I'm Megan Vaselli.